Hello, everybody. Good evening. What is happening? I'm sorry that I am late. I was screwing around with my settings. I'm just trying to figure out, because I'm trying to figure out how to get vertical set up, but it's like, it's so hard. Because, like, I don't know if I need to have, like, close my menu there. Because, like, I don't know if I need to have, like, a whole separate, what is it? Like, stream key to set up vertical or whatever. Or if I need to, perfect. Because here's the thing, is because I was just chilling in a call earlier with some people, and then I'm trying to set up YouTube streams, make thumbnails and all that stuff, and then I look, and apparently I didn't realize that this was a thing that was being rolled out. Apparently YouTube has now, well, first of all, they removed, or they changed the way that the YouTube studio is set up, and I don't like it. Everything's a lot bigger. I feel like I had more room with the way it was before, even when I've got two different programs open in the same thing. But the problem, or the thing is, yeah, I was going to set up a stream, like one of the later ones for this week, and I look and I see apparently YouTube now has it to where you can dual stream from right within YouTube Studio. But that's kind of what confuses me, is like integrated dual streaming on YouTube. Like, I think that's cool. That's great. But my question is how does that my question is how is that gonna work? Because I mean, if you just stream normally on YouTube, it's just the horizontal stream and the regular stream key, how it is. But I feel like most people, I mean, again, I'm different because I'm using a different software. I'm not using I'm using a different software. I'm not using OBS, because I feel like I don't know, there's like a, oh jeez, I'm so tired. There's like a OBS vertical plugin or something that allows you to vertical stream. But yeah, no, so apparently YouTube has now got it to where it's integrated and you can just vertical stream that way. But yeah, I don't understand how it's because you have it set up. If you just have it set up to do your regular horizontal stream in your software, how is that gonna work when YouTube tries to make it into a vertical? I appreciate the idea and the sentiment behind it, but for me the trouble is if you just vertical stream, or excuse me, if you just horizontal stream, how is YouTube gonna know to how is YouTube gonna know to, oh jeez, how is YouTube gonna know to because like I don't think YouTube would know how to like fix your not margins. What's the word I'm looking for? Just the way you have everything set up, because a vertical stream is obviously going to look very different, because you know, a normal stream, it's 1920 by 1080, whereas it's 1920 by 1080, 16 by 9, whereas with vertical it's 1080 by 920, 9 by 16. So yeah, I'll have to tinker around with that a little bit, because I'm not entirely sure how that's gonna work. I feel like what I'll probably just do is I'll probably just make a separate stream key for my vertical and just get it set up how I want it to. I'll probably have to tinker with it a little bit, because I'm not too familiar with how vertical streaming works. But I think that's my goal, is I would like to get it set up to where like I could go on like the YouTube Shorts feed and like show up on people's For You pages that way, get some more exposure. And then TikTok will probably be a bit more in the future. I've got to start like uploading TikToks. I'm looking into maybe getting someone to like edit some clips for me. I mean, I feel like I haven't had anything clip worthy yet, but okay, yeah, no. I need to stop talking about business on stream, because that's actually one thing I wanted to talk about on this stream. Hold on, let me pull up my video description here. Okay, this is one thing I wanted to talk about. I feel like it's probably a good idea. I should probably go ahead and discuss my chat rules. Kick is going to look very different, because I think I was only limited to 1,000 characters when I was writing my chat rules on Kick. But I can have like 5,000 on YouTube. So I'm just gonna read these rules out. I'm just gonna go through them one by one, and then I mean I'll probably come back to this after I grow a bit, but yeah, because I just want to make it clear about what my expectations are. All right, so on YouTube I've put a little disclaimer before the rules. It says, important, Phil is a fictional character. He is not here to become your parasocial friend or significant other. Treat me as a form of entertainment and nothing more. If you can't do that, then don't bother showing up. So yeah, and this was something that I really kind of, I don't know if I want to say resonate with, but I've been on the other side of that, where like I was parasocial towards someone and I didn't realize, and it's like part of me wants to, you know, place the blame on someone else and say, oh, that person didn't set clear enough boundaries. But at the same time, I also have to know when to control myself, and I realized that that wasn't healthy for me or anybody else, but I still think it's a good idea to have that boundary set in place, just because, and so that people know. All right, so that's the little disclaimer. All right, so now let's let's get into the actual rules. Number 1, be respectful to all chat members and me. So this kind of goes without saying. You have to give respect in order to get respect. And it makes me think of... Okay. It makes me think of, if anybody's ever seen the movie Coach Carter with Samuel L. Jackson. He goes in, and so he's talking to the guys as they're getting ready to start playing or start warming up or whatever it is they're doing in the gym. And so then he says, and so he's saying like what he wants from them, and what he has written in his like contracts that he's gonna offer them. And So then he goes on and because he starts referring to the guys as sir, and there's like, we ain't no sirs. And he's like, well, are you madams? And he's like, sir is a term of respect. And so then what he said after that is what I draw the line to in this rule is he says, you will have my respect until you abuse it. So, yeah. I mean, I know what I said. Sorry, it's really dry. I keep having to drink water. I know what I said a minute ago about like you have to give respect in order to get respect. But I don't know. I mean, I just try to love and respect everybody as is. Because I think that that's what God has called me to do. All right. So that's rule number 1. Be respectful. Goes without saying. Rule number 2. English only, please. I would hopefully like to learn other languages in the future, but for now, English is the only one I can moderate, so please respect my wishes. And so yeah, I don't have any mods right now or yet, so it's just me. And I have a few languages that are contenders for what I'd like to learn in the future. I think probably definitely Japanese and Spanish, because I feel like those are the next 2 big contenders when it comes to like common languages that people speak in the VTubing sphere. And I'm also debating on, because I took French when I was in college, and so I thought maybe that would be a fun thing to get back into learning. French and maybe also Italian as well. I don't know. But for now, it's just English. All right. So next up, is rule number 3. I had this written as just one rule, but for anybody who was here the other day or saw the VOD, I had to amend it, and so now it has 2 parts. All right. So 3A, rule number 3A. Don't mention other streamers or their streams or compare our style or streams unless I bring them up. And similarly, don't bring me up in their streams unless they do first. This is just common streamer etiquette, VTuber etiquette. Like, whoever, like, I love plenty of different content creators. I really do. I watch lots of different people. But the problem is, whoever that may be is not necessarily a part of the conversation at the time. And so it's a bit disrespectful to just bring up whoever it may be out of the blue. Especially if we're talking about something completely different. I mean, yeah, no, if I bring up someone and say whoever it is did something that was funny, or if I explicitly ask like, if I explicitly ask like, hey, do you guys know this person? I really like watching this person. Maybe or say like, hey, yeah, I haven't been able to keep up with what whoever it is has been doing recently, so do you know what they've been up to? Could you tell me? If I explicitly ask for something like that, then that's okay, but it does not need to be I don't know if unwarranted is the right word that I'm looking for, but I for the lack of a better word. Okay. All right, so that's 3A, is don't mention other streamers or compare our styles, and don't bring me up either in other people's streams. Rule 3B, do not self-promo yourself or your socials. My stream is not an appropriate place for that, and it's very disrespectful. If you're trying to pitch me a product or service, I'll probably say no, but even then, I will handle a business off stream. But while I'm streaming, I'm just here to have fun and chill. So yeah, this is in reference to what happened the other day while I was streaming. somebody comes in, follows me, and as somebody who's like just starting out, it's like, oh hey, yeah, thanks for stopping in, I really appreciate it. And then and then who that person was like, the person was like, oh hey, yeah, I do this if you need this and this and this. And I was like, no, I'm okay right now, but I appreciate it. And then I was just talking about like, oh yeah, this is how I got my model. It was just really cheap. I just got a pre-made. And it's like, oh yeah, I do that too, and I can give you like a really cheap commission. And it's like, and then I was talking about like how expensive other people's like commissions can be out there. And it's like people pay that much. I was like, I would never charge you that much. And then this, and I was like, no, I was like, I'm for real, I'm good. I was like, I'm trying to just, not consistent. Content. I'm content with what I have for right now. And then it was like, oh yeah, you should follow me on Twitter. And then I was like, okay, yeah, no, you're getting timed out now. Because and then I think and then the person that I timed out, I think, like, because it's like 2 minutes before that, you follow me and I was like, hey, welcome in. And then it's like you start trying to promote your Twitter and your socials, and it's like, oh yeah, I can commission you for X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, okay, no, you're we're not doing self promo here. We're you're getting timed out. And then I think whoever it was actually unfollowed me, but I'm like, I don't care. I was like, because I'm standing by my boundaries. So that was the reason why I had to amend Rule 3. Because it was normally just the don't mention other streamers or bring me up in other people's streams. But that's why I had to make that part A, and then I had to make part B the like, don't promo yourself. And I had that issue not just with what happened the other day, but like the spam bots as well. Because I would always get like one spam message, and then I don't know if it was because I tried changing categories or whatever when I was on Kick, but like I just got bombarded with like a ton of different spam messages. And so then there was a little tech support channel in a Discord server that I was in, and so I was like, hey guys, how do I deal with this? And then someone's like, why don't you just turn on followers only mode? And then that worked out great. So yeah, I'm not too familiar with like overlays and bots and all that stuff, but it's a learning process. So yeah, I'm just taking it one day at a time, not trying to do anything too fancy. All right, so that's all of Rule 3. All right, next up, Rule number 4. Don't spam or troll me or others in the chat or discuss hot topics or politics. We will pursue a community of unity, not uniformity. So this was that last sentence was actually a revelation that I kind of had a while back. I was just spending some quiet time with God, and I want to say I was praying about like worship stuff or whatever it was. And so because I felt like I had gotten into the habit of being like wanting things in worship to be a very particular way, and I kind of got convicted that like that wasn't the way that I was supposed to be thinking or the way that I was supposed to be doing things. And so I asked God, I was like, hey God, how do I deal with this? How do I change my mindset? What mindset am I supposed to have here? And so then that was just the phrase that I felt God tell me was, he said to me, pursue unity, not uniformity. and it makes me think of, we talked about this in my old men's Bible study group, as we talked a lot about, or my small group leader, he said that was a verse that, I think he said his favorite verse was like John 3:30, but we would still often always talk about what was it? Oh yeah, Romans 12:2. It says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind." And so, yeah, when God kind of spoke that phrase to me about like pursue unity, not uniformity, that's just kind of stuck with me, and it's kind of reshaped how I view worship. And so then that's why I put that as the tag sentence to rule number 4. All right, moving on. Rule number 5, don't backseat unless I've expressly asked for it. Feel free to mention if there's an Easter egg or something missable coming up, but do not go into details of the Easter egg or event, as it will count as backseating and spoiling. Another rule that goes without saying, streamers, we like to experience things for ourselves in real time, and if you've played a game before and you want to talk about it with us, that's great, but like, let us enjoy the whole experience, you know? So, okay, I won't go into too many details about that. All right, number 6. This is a really important rule to me, so I want to make sure I hit on this. Rule number 6, absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing NSFW or no NSFW conversations under any circumstances. I am a man of God first and foremost, and I will cultivate a community that will reflect such nature. An occasional lighthearted PG joke is fine, but please try to keep it just that, PG. If you have to think twice before saying something, you probably shouldn't say it. So, yeah, I've had to like distance myself from certain friend groups before because I was just uncomfortable with the way certain conversations were going, and like I'm around people like, I think more like the guys that I work with. Like the guys that I work with, I mean, I think the one guy I like most closely work with, I think he's also a believer as well, but I don't know for the rest of the guys that I work with. But some more water. Okay. But yeah, the other guys that I work with, I don't have complete certainty that they're believers. But yeah, no, it's a lot of like swearing and crude jokes, and like that's something that I've had to distance myself from because it's just not something that I'm comfortable with. And again, Romans 12:2, just kind of that. And it's like, you know, people kind of make it a point that they're like, you know, sex sells. But it's like, I've seen plenty of people that have success without delving into any of that type of content, I guess, whatever you want to call it. And so, yeah, I'm just trying to... Oh, goodness, I'm tired. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it friendly and acceptable for as many people as possible. All right. Rule number 7. No mentioning sub counts or viewer numbers unless I already brought up the topic. And even then, like, don't compare people unless I am, or if I think that there's like a problem going on or something. I'm like let's just not talk about that, because I mean, I personally don't really care, but because I mean, like, I'm just starting out and I'm just trying to do my thing, whatever. But like, other people may care more than I do, like other streamers. And yeah, no, it all is just oh yeah, I'm so tired. Yeah, it's it can, for some people it can be disheartening, but everybody's on their own journey, everybody's on their own grind. And I think what a lot of people forget is that, like, you know, you're not gonna there's not, I would, yeah, 99% of the time you are not going to blow up overnight, because people just want to find an easy way. They would just want to have their 15 minutes of fame, whatever it is. But, you know, we're just good, honest people here that are trying to make a living for ourselves and entertain other people while we're at it. All right. Number 8, do not send super chats for YouTube or donations for anywhere else asking me to say a specific thing. I don't want you wasting your money, and I won't do it. So I think my biggest thing is, like, the reason I put that is because this is one of my pet peeves, and other people may not understand this, but I do not like singing or being sung happy birthday. I haven't since I was like 12. I don't know why, but it just, I guess because it's just like boring and repetitive. But I do not like singing or being sung happy birthday anymore. I mean, like, if you want me to, well, no, that was the other thing. I remembered, I was thinking about this earlier, but that's the other thing is, I feel like I also wrote that more for, like, the lines of, like, if you're trying to get me to do something, like, fan servicey or uncomfortable, I'm like, yeah, or, like, I think I saw a clip of, who was it? It was Giga. Yeah, and she was like, you know, some people in a person's chat, they're like, they'll say something silly or stupid, like, oh, show feet. And so then, you know, they, like, bring their model up or, like, flip it around or something and then, like, show the feet. And then, you know, she's over here, she's like, ew, no, shut up, idiot. And, like, that's kind of how I am too. I'm like, if you're trying to, I mean, like, if you're trying to get content out of me, you're just gonna have to let it happen in its own time. But it's like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to, like, do something that is going to be either embarrassing or uncomfortable for me. So it's just another boundary that I've set in place. All right. And this is, so this next one is kind of linked to the one before. So number 9, super chats, interactions, donations, and memberships are completely optional. Emphasis on the word optional. Look out for yourself and your finances first and foremost. Treat donations as a gift rather than a demand for attention, and don't feel obligated to send them. If you do decide to donate, all donations are final and no refunds will be given. So yeah, if you're just a person that goes around, like, donating large amounts or, like, trolling people or whatever, and then you're just doing chargebacks, it's like, I'm not gonna tolerate that kind of, like, I'm not gonna tolerate that here. And it's like, if you're just going to toy with me in that way or with other people, I'm like, you will get banned. If you, I'm not gonna say FAFO, so I'll say MAFO, mess around, find out type deal. All right, this is the last rule, and then I have a closing statement. Number 10, please do not excessively vent or trauma dump. Keep other people's mental health and triggers in mind. I'm not a therapist, and you shouldn't rely on me for validation or consultation. If you are in need, please seek professional help. So, yeah, the best that I can offer you is just encouragement and entertainment, like I said at the very beginning. But like, while I'm streaming, I'm like, I don't need to hear your whole life story. Like, if you're someone that I think that could be like a collab partner or just like a friend on Discord or social media or whatever, and we get to talking, then, because that's one thing I want to get in the habit of doing is like, you know, sorry, I'm popping my knuckles on if you can hear that. Is I want to get in the habit of asking people, like, because I feel like this is a good question for like any, you know, Christ follower to ask is like, hey, tell me your story. Because I'm trying to make friends with a lot of different people that believe a lot of different things than I do. And I actually like having conversations with people that believe differently than I do, because, you know, it opens the way for conversation. And okay, so that's the last rule. But yeah, like if you, yeah, so no, so we're not gonna do venting or trauma dumping. We're gonna keep the stream mood up. And yes, if you are in need at any time, please seek professional help. All right, and then this last closing paragraph of the rules. Beyond that, let me deal with issues in chat. I mean, normally it would say me and the mods, but I don't have any mods yet. One rule break will get you a timeout. I will ban if I see your name coming up multiple times. However, if you are overly rude or antagonistic in a single message, I can and will skip straight to a ban at my own discretion. So yeah, that was kind of what happened the other day. Was, you know, I was trying to be patient and gracious with that person that came in, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm glad that you're here, but that's not something that I really need. And then I'm like, no, for real, I'm good. I don't need that. And I just realized, is my thing fitting okay? Are the sides like cut off? Okay. Thought the sides were cut off for some reason. And then it got to the point where this person was like, oh yeah, DM me on Twitter. Can you follow me on Twitter, please? And then I'm like, okay, no, you're getting timeout. I'm not gonna tolerate that while I'm just trying to chill and have fun. Especially with a game like Power Wash Simulator. So yeah. Yeah, and I highly doubt anybody will go back and watch this VOD, but I'll probably come back to the rules maybe after I get a little bit more consistent viewership, but I just wanted to make that clear up front for everybody. So I think we will go ahead and hop into the game, and I forgot to get it open again. Like I said before this, I was trying to like make a bunch of thumbnails for the rest of the week. I was trying to see about setting up vertical. I'm still kind of confused on that, because it's like, you know, Meld Studio gives me the option to do multi-canvas, but now YouTube has it too. But I'm like, do I still need to create a separate stream key in YouTube? Because I don't particularly understand how that's supposed to work. Alrighty, so now that I've done with that, let me move my streaming tab over here and open chat, and let's go to here. Oh, it actually saved. Nice. All right, let me move myself. We'll go like right there. Right there's good. All right, let's continue where we left off on Monday. The bungalow or the playground? We'll do the bungalow first. I want something a little bit easier to get warmed up with. And rotate. Yeah, it's been so long since I've done this, I forgot the controls. I don't know who came up with the idea for this game, but this is just I'm sorry peak, but this is actually peak. And I think I said that the other night that like some people wanted to play like fast food simulator, which I'm like, that would have been like perfect for me playing fast food simulator because I've worked in fast food before, but it was like 10 o'clock at night or like getting close to midnight, or maybe, or no, I think maybe it was more like uh maybe like 8 o'clock at night or something like that, and like I wanted to play with them, but then I was like, oh, I really want to, but I can't because I have to work in the morning. Also, that reminds me because I thought about this earlier, because I was thinking that, you know, because like I said, I normally can't stream every other Wednesday, and so that's why. So like I'm here today, and I was thinking I wasn't going to be here next Wednesday. Also, let me know if the game BGM is like too loud and I can like turn it down or something. But yeah, no, I was thinking that I wasn't going to be able to stream next Wednesday because, like I said, I can't stream every other Wednesday. But then I remembered, I was like, oh wait, the guy that I work with is like using up the last of his like PTO, so I actually, but like, I don't know, with like, I don't know, the way that my schedule is like weird, and I feel like my schedule is also like different every week, from week to week. And so it's like starting tomorrow, I have to work the next like 6 days in a row from, so tomorrow's Thursday until like Tuesday. But then I remembered that, because I was thinking I wasn't oh, excuse me. I was thinking I wasn't going to be able to stream. I was thinking I wasn't going to be able to stream, but then I remembered, I'm like, oh wait, yeah, I totally forgot I have off from work, so I can stream, but I still have stuff to do later that night, but I could probably still stream like earlier in the morning like I did last week, where I just like got up, got some breakfast, and then I just had like a quick little chatting session. But it would be longer than last week though, because the only reason that stream was so short last week was because I had to go to the dentist. But what I have to do next Wednesday is not until later that night. So is there a way to just try? Is this gonna work? Okay, no, that's not gonna work. So yeah, and same with Friday. I said, or well, I think I was planning on streaming next Friday regardless, because I don't know if I remembered that I still had to work or not. But I said that, I think maybe I had already said that, like, if I do stream next Friday, it's gonna be at an earlier time because I'm going to a Christmas party, which that'll be fun. I'll just have to stream earlier in the day. I've really got to get in the better I've got to get in a better habit of like picking out what I want to do like several days, if not like a week in advance. Because here I was like scrambling yesterday on my day off, trying to figure like, oh, what am I gonna do the rest of this week? And then yeah, I was like really kind of like tired and out of it on Monday, and so I was like, I kind of just want to play a chill game. And then that's when I was like, oh, I'll just buy Power Wash Simulator real quick, and then we can do that. And then I was like, maybe just one more stream this week, and then we'll go back to working on Mario Brothers tomorrow, and then Friday will be normal Adify stream, and then on Saturday I'm going to be attempting to do Peak by myself, because I was shocked when I did that collab like 2 weeks ago with, you know, the people that I found in. What is still dirty on this? I can't see. Can't hardly tell. When I did that collab like 2 weeks ago with some mutual people from a server, then like I thought we were gonna be going for like a few attempts, and I didn't really know what to expect, but like the fact that we made it to the peak on our, oh, it was that, blonde moment, I'm stupid, but the fact that we still made it to the peak on our first try is like that was just kind of insane. I was not expecting it. It was hard. It was hard doing that. But it was fun though. I want to play in some more collabs with people. I'll probably put out some messages on some servers, see if I can get anybody's interest. And then, you know, on Saturday I did that big Mario Kart collab over on Mira's channel, and that was really fun. So I'm thinking maybe about planning like some like, so I think Mario Kart would be fun. Maybe doing Peak or Repo. I've played Repo only like twice with people, and it was like off stream. But yeah, I need to find some people to play on stream with. The only problem when I'm trying to, like when I was trying to organize that Peak collab like 2 weeks ago, is like I get worried that, you know, not a lot of people are gonna want to join when I say like, oh hey, yeah, I'm a family friendly streamer, can you guys keep it PG? Like that makes me worried saying that, because most people are like, no, I want to be unhinged. Like, why are you inhibiting me like that? So yeah, that always kind of makes me, or well, not always, but just that first time. But the fact that I got responses for that collab within like an hour was like crazy. So yeah, I don't know, maybe if I could find some more people to play like some more Peak or do some Repo or like Mario Kart or something. I don't really know any other good games. Oh, what was the one? Oh yeah, like Pummel Party. Yeah, that game looks really fun. And Jackbox too. Jackbox would be really fun. Although I feel like I know there's like tons and tons of games, but like the only games that I feel like I really care about, the only Jackbox games that I really care about right now are frick, I already forgot what their names were. Quiplash, that's what it was. Quiplash and Trivia Murder Party. I can't remember, is there a third? I can't remember, is there a third Trivia Murder Party game? Or is it just 1 and 2? But yeah, I haven't played very many Jackbox games. But if well, and I haven't bought any of the Jackboxes either. I didn't realize how expensive they were. They're like $30 a pop. So, you know, at that point, you really need to like invest in, the bundle. Ugh. And then, yeah, and then, oh yeah, I don't know if I shared this because it was on Mira's stream and where I wasn't streaming my POV when we did the Mario Kart collab. I was like crashing out for a few minutes because we were just talking about Mario Kart itself, and then I was like crashing out because I was like, explain to me why I bought the Mario Kart or I bought the expansion pack because I just had the normal Switch Online membership. So I upgraded and I bought the expansion pack Switch Online membership. Sorry, my nose is itching. I bought the expansion pack, and then because I think, you know, it comes with the Mario Kart DLC, and then it comes with all the extra like Switch Online games. And so I was really excited because, you know, they have GameCube on the Switch Online expansion pack, and I was like, because the OG Luigi's Mansion is the only one that I haven't played. I told them that when they were when a couple of them were streaming, I was saying, like, because Luigi's Mansion 3 was originally made for the Switch, and so that was the one that I played first, and then they re-released Dark Moon, and then now we have the OG Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube, but only to come to find out, I can't even play, because I tried to access it just to see, but apparently, not only do I have to have the expansion pack, apparently, it won't even let me play the GameCube games unless I have a Switch 2, and so then I was crashing out for a few minutes about that, because I'm like, that's so stupid. I'm like, I bought the expansion pack. Why do I have to have the Switch 2? That's so dumb. Yeah, there's a lot of good games on the Switch Online. That's one thing that I should stream, is I should stream like the Mario's Picross. I don't know if that's, I feel like I know that's the word and that's how it's pronounced, but I still feel like I'm butchering it. Kind of. Okay. Oops. That's good. So yeah, that was my gonna check something. Okay. Oh frick. Hold on. I always forget to turn on streamer mode. Streamer mode. So that way I don't get pinged, or I don't hear the pings while I'm doing stuff. All right. I want to play OG Luigi's Mansion so badly. And I think I said that on stream the other day. I was talking about, like, you know, the more I see, like, the more new games I see come out, especially when it comes to, like, the Mario games, like, the newer the game is, like, the less difficult it is, but the more, like, creative it is. I was gonna say nostalgic, but nostalgic wasn't really the right word. Wait, isn't there a shop that I can go to? Oh yeah. I'm so stupid. I'm so freaking stupid. Why did I not come here already? Okay, so I can't buy the new power washer. May as well, since I have them, or since I can. This I'm gonna buy every. Oh frick! No, crap! I didn't mean to do that. I didn't realize that those cost actual money. Dang it. Okay. Well, these were all free, so that doesn't matter. Equipment. Yes, this is what I needed. This is what I needed. Yes. Okay, nice, nice. And the soap nozzle. And I don't have that stuff yet. Okay, clothing. How do I customize what I look like? What? Where is it? What is it? Oh, the cleaning liquids. Okay. How do I customize what I look like? Where is it? Optional. Oops. How do I change what I look like? Um, this, ooh, okay, yes, that already gives me that. And then the soap thing. But where do I change my, like, outfit and stuff? Where's my, okay, there, shop, how do I change what I look like? Because it just says owned. Like, how do I change it? I don't understand that. Okay, I need to look this up. Okay, how to change clothing in Power Wash Simulator. Press E. Huh? What? Oh, there it is. Okay. Defaults. Okay, okay. I didn't realize that that was the... I thought E was just, like, for, like, changing the power washer or something like that. Or I don't know what it was for, because that just shows you the layout. But at least now I have the extensions. Okay, it's one. Get that going. Now, wait, can I not back up? I can't. Okay. There we go. Now we're making strides in progress. I'm having to relearn all this because it's been so long. Okay. I completely forgot what I was talking about. I got so sidetracked from doing that. I think I was just talking about, like, I gotta sit up. It's like I sit wrong. Oh, my butt. Oh, my butt. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. It's like I sit the wrong way and then my butt gets messed up. Okay. It's good, it's good. Like, that's another thing I feel like with, like, these extensions, like, it has to be, you have to be, like, just the right distance away from it, or otherwise it just doesn't work. Or it's, like, it's not efficient enough. So, this is going to be very, very time consuming. Wonder what would happen if I, oops. Oh, this is good. Yeah, I feel like I'm different than other people because I actually like using the larger nozzles, the larger degree nozzles. Because it's like, it's less power, but it gives you more range. And I feel like I would much rather have more range. But that's just me. But yeah, no, I really need to get some shorts made. Or like record some stuff that I can like post and get edited stuff here. It's just kind of hard to when Like there's nobody here to talk to. Can I switch back to this? Yeah, let me get rid of this. Switch that. I also don't know if, because like, I feel like I've had maybe like 1 or 2 people follow me since I switched to the Caster Labs overlay, but I don't know if it's like detecting that or like reading it out loud, because I know the meld built-in overlay did that, so I don't know if it's like showing up when like someone follows, or I mean the chat messages seem to be working fine, but I don't know about like follows and alerts and stuff, and I also haven't really set them up very well yet. And to anybody that is watching, I do apologize that my stream and overlays and stuff isn't the fanciest, because I haven't even been streaming for a month yet, and I still really don't know my way around. I still don't really know my way around this stuff. I just wanted to jump right in. And because like I said, November 23rd, it was Fibonacci Day. So I figured that was a very befitting debut day for a character like myself. And then my birthday will be on Pi Day on March 14th. And then hopefully after I've been doing this for maybe like a year or so, I can get a good full model commissioned. But the problem is the question remains of like, am I going to be able to what was I gonna say? The question remains of like, I completely just lost my train of thought, what I was gonna say. No, I completely forgot what I was gonna say. That's so annoying, where it's like you have you know what you're gonna say, and then you forget it, and then you come back to it like 5 minutes later, and it's like, oh shoot, I remember now, but I'm not talking about that anymore. But yeah, no, my plan is, and honestly, like I know people like talk about like burnout and stuff, but even just like, I feel like it's also a lot for me, especially because with like not streaming on Twitch and like YouTube being my primary platform, because like I have to make individual thumbnails too, and that's a lot of work. But at the same time, you know, it's like I don't want to start a stream or have people watching a stream that doesn't have a thumbnail in it, or like a completed thumbnail, because then that just feels kind of like lazy and like unengaging. And my thumbnails aren't fancy either. I'm literally just like taking like a picture of like whatever game it is that I'm playing, and then I just like take a transparent screenshot of myself, and oh, I gotta sneeze. Okay, I don't have to sneeze. But yeah, no, it's a lot of work. And it's like I'm trying to make it the best that I can, even though it's like not that fancy. Like I don't know how to do things any better. And then, because I know a lot of people, like they use like fan art of them that people have made, but you know, that's the thing. Like, not, I'm not a somebody yet. I ain't got no fan art. So, and then I also have to figure out what I'm gonna do for, like, as far as like content goes, like over on YouTube. And like making videos and stuff. I mean, I know for one, like, out-of-fi grinds are gonna be a real thing. And, yeah, I really need to just, like, consult with somebody who's an editor who can, like, help me make good content. It's just hard. And like I said a few minutes ago, it's like all these things about, you know, content creation that I don't really think I thought about first, but I just wanted to jump right in and do it. And, you know, I've been having fun so far for like these first like 3 weeks, getting close to a month now. But it's definitely a learning process. Definitely a learning process. But hey, the fact that I can still create like my own personal like YouTube thumbnails, even though they're not like super fancy, like I give myself the credit for that. I mean, granted, I do use like a free website that I found, and like that, I think that's what I was saying is like I literally just I find like a picture of the game title, and then I just do like a transparent picture of my uh my model with a transparent picture of my model with like some assets on it or whatever. Yeah, that out-of-fi thumbnail that I used last week took me a bit to build because I did I just took pictures of like all the things that I wanted to work on that stream. So I got pictures from, you know, Endless Reality, Maelstrom, and Are You Still XXXX, and like working on indexing, and then like a prompted error for rolling and stuff. But for some reason, when I tried to put it into the photo editor that I've been using, it like wouldn't let the pictures be oriented the way that I wanted it to. So I had to take all the pictures and get them like resized. Well, and for one thing, I had to brighten up some of the pictures as well. Oh. Yeah, I had to get some of the, sorry. I had to get some of the pictures brightened up in that thumbnail. Ugh. Like with the, because like Are You Still XXXX is a it's a really, oh frick, it's a really like dark chart, as in like the background and stuff. And so then I was just trying to, hang on. Okay. Yeah, so I was just trying to brighten it up a little bit. And make the track look a bit more bold, so that way it was like, it wasn't like super dark or anything, and it did that. But yeah, for some reason, when I was trying to edit it in the software, in the photo editor that I had been using, it wouldn't let me combine the pictures or orient them the way that I wanted it to. So I had to manually email the photos to myself, and I found an app that would combine them for me. I found an app that would combine the pictures for me, and then that worked. And so then I had to re-email it to myself, and then I put I put it into the photo editor and added the logo and my transparent model capture to get that thumbnail. So I'm really proud of that thumbnail, even though, I mean, other people may say it's like, it's not the fanciest thing in the world, but like, I'm proud of it. I think it turned out really good. And then for next week's thumbnail, or excuse me, no, yeah, no, not tomorrow, Friday. God, I'm all messed around. For Friday's thumbnail, I changed it to where it's like, it's the one from the week before, but it's like, I put like fire emojis on my eyes because I'm so pissed with some of the level grinds, because it's like, it's not hard stuff at all that I'm playing. It's not hard levels at all. Like Endless Reality should not be that hard to get a pure perfect. It's because, again, it's like P9. It's not that hard of a chart to beat. And then yeah, like same with not just Maelstrom, but also like First Town of this journey as well. It's like, I know all the parts of the chart, and yet when I'm like tapping my keyboard and I'm playing, like, I can't put it all together and get a full clear. I can't do it. I don't know why. Another thing I figured out is, like, because I kept trying to like tweak with my audio settings so that like you could hear my keyboard while I'm streaming, because I know that's how like a lot of the guys do it, especially when they like upload their like recorded videos or clears or whatever it is. But I still don't exactly know how to do that. But for some reason, I learned how to do it in Discord, because I found in Discord on the voice and video settings that you can adjust the input sensitivity. You can adjust the input sensitivity, and so it like it lowers the I guess decibel limit, I think is what it would be. But yeah, I think that's the correct term for it. It lowers the decibel limit for things to be audible when you're in a Discord call. And so then, because normally it was just set to where it was just normally set to where, like, I guess it was just like a default setting. So like the default setting is like it automatically like evens it out for you. And my ears are hurting when I don't even have my glasses on. That's another thing I don't like about wearing my or a downside to wearing blue light glasses while I game is, that's a downside to wearing blue light glasses while I game, is that they get in wedged in between my headphones and they like really hurt. But yeah, and I found this out the other week that it's like I prefer to wear my blue light glasses while I'm gaming, so that way I'm like lowering my exposure. But apparently whenever I wear my blue light glasses, it like interferes with my model's tracking, and it like I don't it makes me like not blink properly, or I have to be like super close in order for it to track my blinking. So I just stopped wearing them, and then like usually I have maybe like 2 or 3 hours after I end stream before I go to bed usually. So like if I'm still using my PC to like do some off-stream gaming or get any work done or whatever it is, then I'll put the glasses back on, because I'm not concerned with the blue light. Or wait, did I say or no, I said that wrong. I'm oh yeah, and I'm not concerned with the model's tracking because I'm not streaming anymore. I actually just realized I have my ring light set to red. I need it set to white. I feel like white light captures my face better. All right. Yeah, and then so yeah, I wanted to play fast food simulator the other night with some people, and then all of a sudden I get an last night I get an everyone ping and was like, hey, you guys want to play repo? And then we got like 6 or that almost said something I didn't want to say. Almost said something brain rot. I'm not gonna say that. Frick. Oh yeah, that was another thing I was gonna talk about. Is I don't know if you guys have heard that I saw this on TikTok about like what In-N-Out is doing because of like all these kids and their like brain rot language and memes that like they call like and I'll take their word for it on this, and from like the videos that I've seen, I've actually never been to In-N-Out, but like they changed their system to where it no longer like it goes order number 66 and then it goes order number 68 and it skips the one in between. And I'm like, honestly, if I was in y'all's shoes, I probably wouldn't blame you. It's like the new age Gen Alpha brain rot is just it's not I don't even have words for it. It's not good. And people were complaining about our brain rot when we were kids, but you know, back in our day we had the freaking like Astif movies. It's like back before like brain rot was called brain rot, but it was like actually kind of funny. Yeah, I forget how many Astif movies there are now. There's like 14 or 15, I think. Cause like Tom Scobb, he put out like a bunch of them, and then there was like a period of time where we didn't like get any new Astif movies, and then I think after like Astif movie 13, there was just like a long period of time where it's like, oh, I guess that was the final part. It's dead now. Tom Scott's done making them. And then we got Astif movie 14 out of nowhere. And, yeah. Oh, my thumb. I don't know if you can hear that. A little ASMR. My hands are actually really dry right now, so I think I'm actually going to BRB, and I'm going to go to the bathroom and wash my hands real quick, because yeah, my hands are like really dry and it's like kind of uncomfortable right now. So I'm gonna go do that real quick, and I will be back in just a moment. Hello, I am back. Yeah, no, it's super dry right now. I just needed to wash my hands. Cause like I feel like I've seen other people that like they swear by using lotion, but I don't know. I've never been a fan of like using hand lotion. I feel like the only times that I ever really use hand lotion or anything like that is if my skin is like really really like dry or cracked, and I'm like if it has if it's like if it's kind of like the healing lotion. I feel like that's the only time when I would normally consider lotion. And I had a problem the other week, or maybe it was like a month or so ago. And my lips were like super cracked and like painful, and I think one time my lip was like actually like bleeding or something, and it was like it was bad. And so I asked my mom what I should do about it, and she said go and put some Vicks on it, some Vapo Rub. And I did that, and like it oh, it's F, right? Or actually I probably need to put this somewhere different. Why am I stuck? I put some Vapo Rub on my lips, and so yeah, it hurt for like a few minutes. It kind of stings, but then yeah, no, they healed right up, and it worked great. That's also my thing, is like if that's also my thing is like if you are dang, can't remember what I was gonna say. Hold on, I'm gonna edit this. I'm gonna change the category to power wash. Save that. All right, cool. Um, uh, just want to get that changed. Okay, it's good now. Oh wait, where'd my stream software go? Oh, there it is. I don't know how to keep my tabs situated. I don't know how to keep my tabs situated. Okay. All right, cool. We're good. Oh, wait, no, that can go away. But I'm trying to remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, so like I literally just put like some Vapo Rub on my lips when they were like really really cracked and like painful, and then yeah, no, it worked really well. And because I feel like when it's like when it's cold like it is now, and there's a lot of like flu and crap and stuff going on, you need a lot. You need, or people are always trying to find like the home remedies and stuff. And so somebody that, or no, I was this was when I talked about the other night when my mom and my sister and her boyfriend were like out doing some Christmas shopping at Target, and then they asked if I wanted to come meet them for dinner, and so I went with them. And so my sister's boyfriend was talking about like how his nose was all like stuffy, and then my sister was like, you should try he's like, oh, you should try getting like one of those like neti pots or something like that. And then they kind of explained to him like how a neti pot works, and he was like, it sounds horrible, let's do it. I don't know why. And so I said, I told him my mom taught me this, that if you've got a stuffy nose, and this is like one of my personal favorite things to do now, is that if you've got a stuffy nose, and you're like it's harder to breathe like in these cooler months, what you do is you get yourself a nice bowl full of water. You get a nice bowl full of water and you put it in the microwave for about like 2 or 3 minutes. Like, you don't want the water to boil, but you want it to be like warm and steaming. So you get the water to where it's nice and warm, and then you put a few drops of peppermint oil in it. And so like the peppermint oil and the steam kind of like evaporates, and I swear it opens you right up. Like, like after you get the bowl of water with oil, and then you put, and then and then you heated it up and all that, then you just like put it down you put the bowl down somewhere, and then you just like put a towel over your head and just like put your face over top of the bowl and just like inhale the steam for like 20 minutes, and like, yeah, you'll be cleared right up. It works so good. So I actually do have a neti pot as well, but I only used it like once. It was one of those squeeze ones. I know my mom said she wants to get one of those like automatic ones, or like the electric ones, where it just like automatically it's a neti pot, and it's one of the automatic ones or electric ones or whatever it is, and it just like flushes it just like it does it automatically. And I'm like, it seems cool, but I don't know if that's just something that I would do. I mean, I feel like the one time I tried to use a neti pot, it wasn't bad. It's just kind of a weird feeling with like just shooting straight salt water up into your nose, and then it can like get like stuck in your mouth. So that's why I do the peppermint water trick. Yeah, just get a bowl full of water, throw it in the microwave for like 2-3 minutes, get it nice and heated up, throw some peppermint oil in there, and then just set it down and put a towel over your head, inhale the steam for like 10-20 minutes. Like, your nose will not be stopped up. You'll be opened up real good. That's my favorite thing to do. That's another thing I don't think I've ever really shared or talked about on stream, is like, I don't really get sick, to be completely honest. I don't really get sick. Like, I get like seasonal allergies, like I feel like everybody gets from time to time, but like, well, I mean, my streak kind of reset because like, so I was around 12. Yeah, I was around like 12 when I got my tonsils and adenoids taken out, and that was I was actually originally going to see about, because my parents thought I had like a hearing problem or disability, and this was before I got diagnosed with mild symptoms of Asperger's, but I digress. That's a story for a different time. So yeah, like, they just took me to this local otolaryngologist at the surgery center, at the local surgery center, and he was just looking at me and he's like, you have really big tonsils, did you know that? And I was like, no. And then sure enough, a month later, I'm going into surgery to get them out, and yeah, they were chronically inflamed. So which means, you know, they'll just keep growing. And if you're not careful, that can make it difficult for you to breathe because it can seal off your airways. But yeah, and I don't know exactly what the correlation is between like your tonsils and your immune system or whatever, but all I know is that all the time when I was a kid, like me and my sisters, we all got like the flu and like strep throat a lot. But then as soon as I get my tonsils out, like boom, I don't know if you can hear that, but like boom, like I don't get sick anymore. And so yeah, that was when I was like 12, and then when I was like 15 or 16, I got sick once in like freshman year of high school, but then I didn't get sick until but from that time until like from like 2015 until like January of 2023, I didn't get sick at all. Like I got seasonal allergies, but I did not get sick at all until that time. And then that was when I got COVID for the first time, because I had avoided it somehow, me and my dad, because again, like I said, that was the whole point, is like me getting my tonsils out like really improved my immune system. And I think the only thing that was the only outlier outside of it was kind of around the middle of 2023 after I had started working at Chick-fil-A, and I got food poisoning for the first time, which was not fun at all. That was not fun in the slightest. But I'm not going to give details about that for the sake of anybody that's watching. But yeah, all that to say is like that's something I try not to take for granted. The fact that I don't really get sick anymore. And like the time that I got food poisoning, it was like my first or second week after I had started like working at Chick-fil-A, and I texted my shift leader and I was like, I can't make it in today. I know it's only my second week, but I'm so sorry. But I was like, I got food poisoning, I can't come in. I was so distraught over it. I'm just like, I just got hired and I'm already leaving a bad impression. Like I just got hired and I'm leaving a bad impression. And then it's like, this is not the kind of impression that I want to leave. Because yeah, like even at the job that I worked at before that, because before I worked at Chick-fil-A, I was at another job that I worked at for like the better part of like 4 years, just over 4 years. It was like 4 years and 3 months. I think it was actually 4 years, 3 months, and 1 day. Or something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, the last job that I worked at before that, I was there for like 4 years. And in that time, I only ever called out twice, and I was late once. And the time that I was late, it was for a meeting that was like several hours before we even opened. So, oh, excuse me, I didn't even get written up for it. And so then the 2 times that I called out was like after I had first started working there, and maybe within like the first month or 2, and I had a second job at that time and I didn't have my schedule sorted out there. So I made it a priority to get that sorted out first and foremost. And then the second time was like 2 years later, and my friend and I actually got into a car wreck. But thankfully we were okay though, and it was the other guy's fault. But it was scary. It was scary. Like I'm a really safe driver, so I didn't think that I would ever get into a car wreck. But I guess it's just one of those things that I think people just tend to forget. Like, you know, it can happen to anybody. And in that instance, anybody was me. So, Ugh. But it's like I'm I try to be a good employee, like to the best of my abilities, but there's some days it's just like there's some days where it's like, and I feel like everybody probably has these days where you're like, some days where you're like, oh yeah, I kind of want to work because I need the money, but then there's other days where like, ha, nope. I said on stream the other day that's I said on stream the other day that's a joke that I made with a guy the other day, and that's a joke that I've said for a while to this day, is that like PTO doesn't just mean paid time off, it means you best prepare the others. Yeah, but it's still crazy about like, even before I worked at the job that I have now, because like the job that I have now is just is like, I went back to, I feel like every job that I've had up until now has been a part-time job. But again, the only difference was Chick-fil-A, and I worked full-time there. I got the full 40 hours each week, but they didn't have any benefits to give me. Like I said, the only benefits that they really had was like the tuition assistance or like scholarships or something for college, and I'm like, well, I'm already out of college, so like that's not really something I need. So and it's like, you know, I said this the other day too. It's like, you know, I'm gonna be 26 soon. I'm like, I really need to find a job where I can have access to benefits like health insurance, because once I turn 26, I get kicked off. I get kicked off my parents. I wonder if I should like put I'll say, since I wonder if I should put like a question of the day or something on the chat screen, or on the stream screen. Try to get people to engage. Come up with like a question of the day or something like that. But yeah, like I said, I said this earlier. I'm like, oh hey, nice. Okay. Oh, this is a different part. Okay, I see. Yeah, I said this earlier. I was like, I know that my streams aren't the fanciest. I know my overlays aren't the fanciest. I know that my thumbnails aren't the fanciest. And like, I have yet to like really grow my presence on places like TikTok, but it's like, I'm just a little guy, and I'm just taking my time here. I'm just trying to have fun and chill. And I mean, people ask me what I'm doing for like a job or a career, and it's like, you know, I can't really tell them that like this is what I'm like doing on the sidelines, even though I would like for this to become like a full-time thing. It's like, so I just got to tell them like, you know, I'm just taking life one day at a time, you know? That's how it is. And then people understand that. They're like, oh yeah, I understand that. It's like, that's all you can do sometimes. So I'm glad people understand it. That's another thing I've been thinking about, is like, what exactly is like the definitive best way to tell someone that you're a VTuber without telling someone that you're a VTuber? Because it's like, you can't say, oh, it's this one. Okay. Because you can't say like, I'm a content creator, because then they're gonna want to be like, oh hey, can I see some of your work then? And it's like, no, I can't show you that. And then you can't say, I guess one thing I had thought about was because this is what my sister does for like an internship now, is she does like social media management. Because I feel like if someone were to ask you what you do for a living, and you know, like you're a VTuber, and uh but you said like, oh, like I work in like social media, then oh yay, we're done. Woo. Then like if you were to say like, oh yeah, I work in social media or whatever, then people would still be like what the heck? Why did it Why did it take the screenshot like that? Why did it do that? Why did homeboy freeze right there? Why did homeboy freeze right there? Why did he freeze right there? That's such a random place to end the last frame. I'm taking a screenshot of that. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm gonna edit that really quick. I'm gonna post that on Twitter because that's funny. Okay, let me see. I gotta edit. I had to take a screenshot of that. That was funny. All right, let's see. Power wash. There's a peak update. Okay, may as well go ahead and download that. I'm waiting. All right. Where are my screenshots? Will it not let me until... Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Save image. Okay, save image. Yeah, I gotta post this on Twitter. This is funny. Okay. Oh, not that. File Explorer and downloads. Nope, not that. This one. And edit. Need to trim that down. And oh wait, yeah, there we go. That looks so funny. Alright, save. Oh wait, I bet. Or no, I don't have to change this to a PNG. I can just or do I have to change it to a PNG to pull it up in VTube Studio? Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can. I think I still have to save it though. So let me. All right, let me. Okay, so make a copy of it. Oops. Copy, and then I have to go through all these different files to get here. Steam apps, common, YouTube Studio, assets, items. Paste that in there, and then it should be in here now. Yeah. this. Look how stupid this is. This is like the most random place for a frame to end. Or no, wait, I just realized I could have just done an image capture in my software. I didn't have to upload this to VTube Studio. But whatever. That's like the most random place for the last frame to capture. I'm going to post that on Twitter really quick. That's hilarious. That's so funny. All right. Okay. Post. Where is it? Here it is. Why was this the last frame that got captured? Why was this the last frame that got captured? That's so stupid. All right, okay. All right, we're done with that now. We're done with that. All right, let's continue. I just realized I could have done an image in my software. I didn't have to upload it to VTube Studio. I did what I didn't have to do. And oh dang, it's already been 2 hours. So maybe we can do this, and by then it'll probably be time to call it for the night. The question is this stuff thin enough for me to... Oh, yeah, that's coming right off. Hot take, unpopular opinion that these nozzles are better than the other ones. Okay. That picture was so funny. Okay. This is a decent looking playground. I feel like playgrounds just aren't the same as what they used to be when we were kids. Although I feel like that could be true of most things. My biggest thing is like TV shows. Because, you know, when we had, well, and like people have like questioned me or called me weird because I told them that when I tell them that like I wasn't a Nick kid, I wasn't a Nickelodeon kid growing up, I was a Disney kid and a PBS kid. But honestly, with that documentary that came out about Dan Schneider, I'm kind of glad I was a PBS and a Disney kid. But even then, on PBS, like we had, oh shoot, what all did we have? Like OG Sesame Street, no, I take that back. I watched Nick Jr. But even OG Nick Jr. was like really good too, because we had I'm trying to remember what the OG Wiggles were on. Because we had OG Wiggles, we had OG Teletubbies. OG Wiggles, OG Teletubbies. Oh yeah, we can get the rim right here. Yeah, OG Wiggles, OG Teletubbies, Cyber Chase, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Like, if I had the chance to meet Mr. Rogers, like, I feel like that would have just been like a transformative experience for me. If I had the opportunity to meet Mr. Rogers while he was still alive, like, that would have been something else. It's like he was a Christian man and a minister, But overall, he was just like one of the kindest people I feel like you would ever meet. And like just some of the things that he did and what he taught on his show, like it's just, it really just, it makes you, yeah, no, it's just really nice to see. God, my throat is so dry. Ugh, goodness. Ugh. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this playground in an hour, but we gonna try. We gonna try. Ugh. I don't know how much I'll be able to get done. I'm trying to remember, like, the last time I played this, like, what was, like, the most frustrating thing. Oh, excuse me. And I know a lot of people are playing the second game now. And I'll definitely do that at some point, because you know, this is just such a nice game. Nice, relaxing game. I should put up a question of the day. Question of the day. Ugh. Ugh. Let me find a question of the day to put up. Or wait, I know what I'll do. Since I'm a geek, let me find experiment designed to make people fall in love from The Big Bang Theory with the 36 questions. Here we go. Okay. Let me put my stream software here in the middle. Okay, and then let me make a new text box. All right. Okay. Given the choice of anyone, can't spell, in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest? All right, and then I'll do the I already forget. It's the let me do the gold background. Where's the gold background? I always forget the text color for that. Okay. Oh, wait. D700. Okay. Oh no, wait. That's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do, and make the text white. Or, oh no, I guess I can do the background as red. It's fine. Let's see. Oh, frick. I can't move this. Question of the day. Is there a way to orient this, like, in the middle? Okay, here we go. And now I will move this down here. There we go. That looks better. Now I can hopefully get a little bit more interaction. And let's put this back over here. I probably need to rearrange what order I want it in. That's probably fine. Question of the day. There we go. Make this a little bit more fun. Oh, wait, back to what I was doing. Okay. Back to what we're doing. This could be a fun thing. I might have to start doing that on the regular. Unless there's a better question. I kind of want to turn off followers only mode, but at the same time, I don't want to take any chances with all these dumb spam bots. I'll take my chances. We'll see what happens. But I have to remember that I have to delete the messages inside of Kick. Okay, because I haven't really had any issues on YouTube. But okay. Yeah, I feel like this would be a fun playground if it was IRL though. But yeah, I was saying earlier, like, or no, yeah, because I was talking about how like, not just playgrounds, but like a lot of different things just aren't the same as like when we were kids. And then that's when I started talking about like TV shows, and I went off on that whole tangent about like how great Mr. Rogers was. You know what? Honestly, I'm going to say that right now. I just thought of that. That would be my answer to the question of the day, is I would love to have dinner with Mr. Rogers. I would love to have, if he were still alive, I would love to have dinner with Mr. Rogers. I feel like he would be not even just phenomenal. I feel like he would be an enlightening dinner guest. Yeah, to anybody that's watching, I just came up with this idea. I've got a question of the day on the screen, and I've turned off followers only chat. So hopefully I won't get spammed with any like bots or anything like that. But yeah, if that's my question of the day is on the screen, so feel free to type in chat what your answer would be. I'd love to have a conversation about that. I almost got this. All right. I think that's the first official ding that I've gotten so far. This whole area is just massive. Ugh. I said it earlier, that's my unpopular opinion, is that I like because are these bigger degree nozzles? They are. Yeah, I like the bigger degree nozzles better than the smaller ones. I don't necessarily care about power if I have more range to it. And it's like, you know, you still get the power, like, if you're close enough to it. So all you have to do is you just have to stand really close to the, the, whatever it is you're trying to clean. And it works fine. Now I kind of want to go back and try the, oops, not that. Back that, and go back, or no, not you. This one. Yeah. Efficiency. Efficiency. It's like, this is like this looks like a fun playground, or like it would be if it was real, but at the same time, I feel like, or no, I was saying like this would have been, this would have been a great playground, like if I were like younger, if I was a kid or whatever. But this would have been great when I was like a younger kid, but at the same time, I feel like all the playgrounds that I went to were either like, because this feels kind of like a middle of the road playground, to be completely honest. Like, this feels kind of like a very middle of the road playground, because I feel like all the playgrounds that I went to when I was a kid were either like much crappier than this or much more extravagant than this. Because like I've been to some really crappy playgrounds, but I've been to some really good playgrounds too. I'm kind of curious if that's a thing now. I'm kind of curious if adult playgrounds are a thing now. I'm genuinely curious now. And if so, if adult playgrounds are a thing, like, what kind of equipment or activities would be in an adult playground? I have to look that up now, because I'm curious. Are adult playgrounds a thing? Fit and outdoor fitness parks, grown-up jungle gyms. Like, do water parks count? I mean, I feel like they have adults-only water parks, but no, like, I'm trying to see if they have like adults-only like playgrounds and stuff. And it should be like I feel like maybe if they had like, because I've been on something like this before, where it was like it wasn't a playground, but it was just a slide. And oh, I didn't realize that was that. Oh, I didn't realize they're all individual. But I've been on, it wasn't a playground, but it was this big slide, and it was like, it was this long tube that had like a whole bunch of like tiny little bumps in it or something, and you go down in like a potato sack. And it was years ago, and I don't remember it that well, but I feel like, yeah, if they had playgrounds for adults, I feel like that's something that could or should be in there. I feel like that's something, because, yeah, no, it's like, it's really, because when I Googled it, it just said like outdoor fitness parks or like giant jungle gyms or something. I'm like, that doesn't, no, I mean, like, I want to see like something aesthetic wise similar to this, but it's like equipment that's like more for adults, or is just designated for adults, or even if it was just something like this. even if it was just something like this, and yet they made it to where, like, no, it's adults only. But then I feel like, I mean, it couldn't be exactly like this, because I feel like if people made a playground that looked like this, that looked like all of this, and they said it was just for adults, and they said it was just for adults, then that would probably, like, piss off a lot of parents, because they'd be like, why did you make it look so much like a place for kids if it's not for kids? So yeah, I feel like there would definitely need to be some more of, like, equipment that's like um for adults, like put in like a climbing wall or something like that. Like, climbing walls are fun, and then you could have people that you could, like, well, but then again, that raises the question of, would you have to start charging people to get into the playground? Because it's like, if you have things like a climbing wall, and then you have people there that, you know, harness people up and, like, help with the climbing wall, would you have to pay them for that, or would they volunteer? And so, yeah, then that, like, raises the question of, like, would you have to get people to, would you have to pay people to use, or would you have to get people to pay if they wanted to come into an adult playground? So, I don't know, just something to think about. Or, because I feel like, so yeah, I don't know about playgrounds, but I feel like adults only water parks are a thing. For some reason, I feel like I've heard that. I mean, they certainly have, I mean, I guess if you want to count cruises towards that, I mean, cruises don't necessarily have, like, water parks with all the fancy bells and whistles and whatnot. But, yeah, no, adults only water parks I could definitely see being a thing. And then, why is this stuff not coming off? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I could definitely see adults only water parks being a thing. Especially, like, and again, because like I said, that may already be a thing, like on, like, cruise ships or something like that. I don't know if there's any, like, cruise lines that, because, like, I know Virgin Voyages is adults only. I've been seeing a lot of TikToks recently about Virgin Voyages, and I don't really know that much about them. Like, I just know that, like, all the food is, like, included and stuff, but I kept seeing something saying, I kept seeing something about, like, because I thought I had originally heard that, like, on Virgin, it's like, on Virgin Voyages, it's like, I thought I had heard before that, like, you get a drink package included. But some of the TikToks I saw said, or seemed like they were saying that that's not the case. But again, I don't know, because I've never really researched it that much, and I've never been on Virgin Voyages. I think that's a cruise line I would like to try at some point, because we love cruises in my family, but I think we're, like, more preferential to Royal Caribbean. We've always had a good time on Royal Caribbean. I've been on Norwegian a few times, and I've been on Carnival once. Carnival wasn't bad. Norwegian's been a little disappointing to me, to be completely honest. And then I think a Disney cruise would be really fun to try as well. And some of the places that you can go on cruises too. Like, I don't know where I could. Oh, that's one thing I want to do. That's one thing I would really like to do at some point is go on a cruise to Alaska. I really want to go on a cruise to Alaska. I've heard Alaska is like really beautiful. It seems like it'd be a really cool place to visit. Yeah, I think my aunt and uncle have been to Alaska before, but I haven't really traveled to that many states. I feel like I've been to maybe like a fifth or a fourth or a fifth, or yeah, or no, I said that backwards. I've been to like a fifth or a fourth of the states. That's another thing I would like to do before I die is I'd like to go and visit all 50 states. And then my family's been talking because like I said, we go on cruises all the time, but I think some of us have been talking, and it seems like we would all really like to take a trip as a family and like go to Europe, which I think I would be. I think I'm probably more. I would be more excited to go to Europe than to Alaska, because like I still would like to go on like a cruise to Alaska, but I would definitely like to go to. I would definitely like to go to Europe, or I'm more passionate about going to Europe. I would love to go to Europe, especially the UK. I really want to go to the UK. And then I think with like, you know, me being a VTuber and like, you know, being passionate about like Japanese culture and stuff, I definitely also want to go to Japan. But my big thing is, and hopefully well, yeah, no, I guess most people I've told this to have kind of understood. My big thing is like, I don't want to travel to a place if I don't at least like speak the language a tiny bit. Because like, I feel like a lot of people just view Americans and American tourists as just being like loud and obnoxious and inconsiderate, and you know, I don't want to be that kind of person when I go and travel. I want to be like, I want to be respectful and be like, yeah, hey, I can speak your language a little bit, and I've studied up on your culture, so I know what to do. You know, it's like, I hope you'll just warm me welcomely in my time that I'm here. So that's what I was saying earlier when I was talking about, when I was reading out my chat rules about like, you know, I can only speak English right now, but I want to learn other languages. And so it's probably been, to be completely honest, it's probably been like 3+ years that I've had a Duolingo streak. I don't feel like that's something to be proud of, but I'm like, I don't want to lose it. But yeah, I've been doing Japanese a little bit every day on Duolingo. I know there's probably better options out there than Duolingo, but I haven't had the effort to search for any better options, so it's just what I'm doing for right now. I would definitely like to learn Spanish. I would like to learn Spanish too, because I feel like Spanish is a pretty common language. And then I was really passionate about taking French in college, so I feel like it would be fun to learn French again. And then I've also become interested in potentially learning Italian as well. Mostly because they have like such good food, but also because that's one of my favorite comedy bits now is John Panette, and he's talking about when he went to Italy, because he was in France for something, and so then he was talking about being in France, and he's like, yeah, or he was talking about the languages, because he's like, in Italy, if you speak a little Italian, then they like to help you, but in France, like, you have to speak French like perfectly. And so he's like, I stayed at this nice hotel when I was in France. And so then me and my buddy, we got up in the morning and we were wanting to go and get something to eat. And then the concierge is all, je ne comprends pas, monsieur. He's like, you know what I'm saying, you little jerk. You're watching CNN in English. Where's breakfast? And then he talks about they get to Italy. And he's like, I learned how to say feed me, I'm hungry in Italian. It's sono affamato. I can say it in 27 different languages. I can write it in hieroglyphics if I have to. So he's like, we get to Italy and we went into this little mom and pop shop, and the waiter was actually the owner. His name was Luigi. And so I looked at him and I said, Luigi, sono affamato. And he says, oh wait, do I have my Go XLR on? Is it working? Oh, it is working. He's like, ah, you son of a using sono affamato. He's like, Giuseppe, come in here. He's like, say it to Giuseppe. Say it to. He's like, sono affamato. Ah, look at you. And then he's like, I also learned how to say I'm dying of hunger. So I looked at him. I said, Giuseppe, morto di fame. And he goes, I don't know if you morto di fame. And so I said, can we order? And he goes, no, first we're gonna bring out some food. And he like wiped away a little tear. He like wiped away a little tear. It was funny. And he's like, I thought that they were just gonna bring out like a nice little antipasto, like something small. But he's like, no, they brought out antipasto, spaghetti bolognese. Like they brought out food for hours. And it's like we had a buddy of ours that came with us and he died. And so then they finally finished setting out all this food out, and then he comes back over to us and he says, now we take your order. You're not scaring me. Yeah, he was such a funny comedian. I was sad when I found out he passed away like 10 years ago. He was really funny. I feel like I'm debating, because like he's passed away now, but I've been trying to decide on if I think he is or will stay my #1 comedian, or if I have to give that spot to Fluffy. Because Fluffy is hilarious. I love Fluffy. Yeah, like, and I was joking with I can't remember how I got started joking with a friend of mine at work, and we brought up Fluffy, and we were talking about the his bit where he talks about originally there was 5 levels of fatness and now there's 6, and then he's like, yeah, there's big, healthy, husky, fluffy, and he's like, I know what you're thinking. What could be bigger than He's like, the 6th level is called, oh, no. Big, healthy, husky, fluffy, and he's like, and then the 6th level is called, oh, no. And the dude was like 6'8", 614 pounds. He's like, and he got offended at one of my shows. It wasn't because of anything I said, but one thing I started doing at my shows is I started selling t-shirts. And apparently, I didn't have his size. And keep in mind, I go all the way up to a 5X on the shirts. But he looked at me and he's like, you don't have my size. I said, bro, I didn't know they made you. Fluffy is so funny. But yeah, I'm still torn on, like, do I name him my #1 comedian, or do I give that to John Panette? Because they're both really funny. But yeah, it's like I'm torn about it because, I mean, John Panette's no longer with us, but like his older stuff, it was great. And I think I definitely related it because it's like he was also a bigger dude like Fluffy, and so but he kind of like owns the fact about, like, he kind of owns it. Well, I mean, Fluffy owns it too, but like he also, like, he made it a point to like always talk about food in his streams. I'm so distracted. He always made that a point to talk about food in his comedy bits that he would do. And so then, yeah, the whole deal about, like, he was trying to get some breakfast in France, and then he ends up in Italy, and he's trying to speak Italian. Oh yeah, and then that was his biggest bit, is the get out of the line. He's like, no patience in a food line. No patience in a food line. And I get where he was coming from on that, about, like, especially at somewhere like McDonald's, because he's like, because that was his whole point. He's like, it's the same food since you were 6 years old. What were you doing standing in line? Your tax returns? I knew what I wanted before I parked the car. And now they know me at McDonald's because I go in there, I jump behind the counter, I work the fries, I get it moving. I've been employee of the month twice. I don't work there, but I love having my picture up and I take the parking spot. But yeah, it's like, I don't think McDonald's has, like, I'm genuinely curious now, like, when's the last time that McDonald's, like, made, like, a big change to their menu? Because, yeah, I feel like it's been relatively, if not all of the same stuff since it's been, like, relatively, if not all of the, ooh, I got stuck. Relatively, if not all of the same stuff at McDonald's, like, since in like the whole time I've been alive, even. Water again. Okay. Yeah, I don't know when's the last time McDonald's has, like, changed anything significantly on their menu, aside from, like, bringing the snack wraps back, which I'm like, I didn't realize that they were such a big deal back in the day, but I mean, this is just proof that Stephon Johnson can do anything, because he got the snack wraps back and he got the Oreo cakesters back. He's pretty funny too. I like watching his TikToks. This is a work of art, but this is for anybody that's watching, I'm not actually swearing. I'm just using that button for the bit. I'm a family-friendly streamer. Source, trust me, bro. Oops. Okay, I thought these little things were, like, individual. I didn't realize it was all one together. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna try this now. I'm gonna move my mic. I'm gonna pop my elbow. I'm gonna see if I can make it audible. Oh, I don't know if you heard that. Let me see if I can do the other one. Hold on. Oh, that feels good. It didn't sound very loud in my headphones, but hopefully you guys heard it. Yeah, I thought all these little individual spikes were, like, their own thing. I didn't realize that was it was all one. I'm 25% done, and it's been like half an hour since I started. Has it been half an hour? Did I start this like right at the 2-hour mark? I can't remember. It's been yeah. Okay. Ugh, I'm very tired. But yeah, no, I gotta figure out. I've planned. Oh goodness, excuse me. I planned what I was gonna do for the rest of the week, very last minute. But oh goodness, I need to start thinking about what I'm gonna do for. Ugh, I got the hiccups. What I'm gonna do next week. I'm thinking I'll probably plan another collab with some people next Saturday, since that'll have been a month for me that I've been streaming. Oh yeah, that's another thing I forgot. I need to take into consideration when or no, yeah, because next week will be my 4th official week, meaning it'll have been a month, but like Christmas will be the week after. Okay, yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that at all. So yeah, and then Christmas, I imagine, will probably be... Christmas week is probably going to be a lighter week for me, because Christmas Eve is... It's on a Wednesday, I think, and then Christmas is on a Thursday. Same with the way Thanksgiving was this year. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to take Christmas and Christmas Eve off just because, and to like spend time with family and stuff. I think my family's already started like making plans on like what we're going to do in that sense. So probably be some bit lighter on streams that week. I don't even know what my schedule's going to be like that week. I think it should be posted by now. I should check. But yeah, so next week's going to be the week before Christmas. And yeah, I'll probably see about planning a collab or something at the end of next week on like Saturday or something. But the question is, what do I want to do? Because I had a lot of fun with Mira and all the people in that Mario Kart collab, so I'm wondering if I should host my own Mario Kart collab next week. Because I could do Mario Kart, and then I could have like 11 people join me, or if I want to do, because I haven't played Repo on stream, then that would take like 5 people. But again, like I said earlier, the hardest part is like when I'm trying to make a collab and I tell people like, oh yeah, I'm a family-friendly streamer, so I need you guys to keep it PG on stream, please. And then I always get worried that a lot of people are going to be like, I don't want to do that. I'm unhinged. I'm going to stay that way. And so it's like, okay, well, if you want to stay that way, you can. That's fine. But like, that's just not how I want my streams to be. So it's like, if you'll still have me on your streams, then like that's fine. But like, I'm not going to swear or be unhinged, because that's just not who I am as a person. Not anymore. Because I'm just trying to better myself every day in whatever way that I can. And sometimes that means saying that like, oh hey, yeah, no, this thing is a deal breaker for me, and I can't do that. Oh yeah, I think that, yeah, there's an achievement for something here. So, oops. Let me do this. Oop. Come on. Let's go. Yay. Okay. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Frick, nope, nope, stop. I'm gonna get the achievement. I gotta get the achievement. I need to do it for the achievement. I need the achievement. No, get off the wall. I need the achievement. Get off the wall. I need the achievement. Get off the wall. Go that way. Go that way. Oh, this thing is so hard to control. Okay. All right. All right. This is perfect. Oh, no. Stop. 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 I don't know how to control this. No. Stop. Stop. Okay. Right here. I think it's like ideal. Oh, yeah. I got to get it up. Nope. 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 Stop. Stop. No. No, I stopped. I didn't mean to run. I didn't mean to run. Stop. 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 Oh, this is irritating. Ugh. Okay. Get up. Come on. It's like, I don't want to run on top of it. I want to move it. I like 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 to move it. Okay. All right. Careful. Wait. Stop. Stop. Okay. Okay. I gotta do this very, very carefully. Get up. Okay. Okay. Progress. 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 All right. Get up. No, frick. Why are you going that way? Frick. Stop. Don't go that way. Go this way. Go that way. Go that way. Thank you. How do I get it up onto the slide is the question. How do I get it up onto the slide? Stop! Oh, this thing keeps moving. How do I get it up onto the slide? That's the question. Okay, wait. Can I do that? Careful. Okay, no, that's not going the... Or is it? Okay. Alright, so how do I sprint? No, that didn't work. Okay. What am I gonna do here? I need the achievement. I need the achievement. No, get off. Go that way. Go that way. Stop. Stop. Oh, why are you gonna do me like this? I just got you up. I need to switch to... No, stop. I need to switch to this. Or no, wait. This is probably what I need to switch to. Get out. I can't get it out. It's stuck. No. No, get out. Please, I need the achievement. I need the achievement. Why you gotta do me like that? Get out. Get out, please. Okay, thank you. No, don't do that. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to go back over here. We're going to go back over here. Get up. Thank you. Thank you. No, break. Stop. 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 Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, this is irritating. No. Okay. All right. You're going to stop. And then why am I on top of it? I just want to push it a little. Stop. 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 No. Stop. Stop. Get out of that hole. Oh. Okay. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm wasting so much time, but I need the achievement. Okay. 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 Careful. Get up. Get up. Oh, why can't I do this? Okay, I'm gonna look up what's the easiest way to do this. To get ball up the okay. I need the all right, where's the step stool? Okay, come here. Will this work? Okay. Will this work? No, that won't work. That won't work. Okay, get up here. Come on. Come on. We're gonna get it. Oh, I didn't mean to jump. Crap. No, don't do that. How do I do this? Do I need this one instead? One that doesn't rotate? Okay. And push up. Why you not go up? Stop. Don't go that way. Don't go that way. Don't go that way. I don't know how to get it up. Oh, frick. I got it up. Okay. I need you to stay up for me. Can you do that? No, do not go. Stop. All right, now you're gonna follow me. Okay, okay. Careful. No, stop. Okay. Wait. All right. Okay. Okay. Stop. Okay. Right. Right. Right here. Careful. Okay. And oh, that didn't work. Come on. Careful. No, too far. Stop. Okay. Right there. That's fine. Okay. Wait. Okay, stop. Brother, why? I can't with you. I'm done. I'm wasting too much time and I need to end stream here soon. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to finish this in time. Or are we going to have to run stream longer so that I can finish it? I feel like I'm just going to finish the outer layer here, and then I'm going to end for the night. Okay, I have to try again. Okay. Nope. Wait. Right there. Careful. No. Stop. Right there. Thank you. And now we're gonna run. It didn't work the way I wanted it to. That didn't work the way I wanted it to. I can't deal with it. I've done it before, but I don't remember how. Am I overthinking this? I wonder if I'm like overthinking it. And then, oops, I forget where all these are. Okay, wait, nope. Frick, stop. No, no, stop. Stop. Stay. Go that way. Go that way. I wonder if I could just push it light enough to where it could stay. Nope. I wonder. Okay. Then I just push it light enough. That way it'll go up the slide like that. Stop. No. I didn't tell you to do that. Stop. Go here. And then push it up against this. No, stop. Brother. No. Stop. Stop it. Okay, I want to know why it does that sometimes. Okay. Wait. Nope. 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 Right there. Nice and slow. Okay. And then. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Right there. And then. There. Didn't work. Thought I could push it hard enough. Okay, I'm done with you. I can't. Thought I had a strategy. That didn't work. That's frustrating. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna finish this little bit of floor here. And the edging. And then... we'll move along. Alright. Oh yeah, clean the bench and the trash can. Good. That ball was rage baiting me. I couldn't keep doing that. Like, I don't know what the because I've done that achievement before, but I don't remember like what's the strategy for it. I don't remember the strategy for getting it up on top there where it needs to be. Oh, come on. I hate these parts where it's like you can't move around it, so you can't see the exact right angle to get where you need to clean. It's like, where else am I supposed to clean here? Can't hardly see it. Oh, wait. There we go. What am I missing? Oh, in there. Oh, okay. It's like that's so far in the trash can. How are you supposed to see that? I don't get it. It's a very colorful level, and yet it's rage baiting me so hard. Oh, goodness. Can't deal with it. My head's itching. Okay. and then that. Okay. Now let's move. Oops. All right. Just gonna finish up here. Almost there. Slowly. Almost got it. Am I finally out of things to say? I'm sorry if I am. I feel like I keep moving my mic, and my voice isn't like the greatest. Rick, I keep hitting E. Oh, I still got a good bit more to go. But we're close, though. That's what matters. Oh, dang. The edging's done. Did I go all the way back around here? Did I do that earlier? I don't remember. Alright. Alright, and then that's done. Alright, so we got everything done except for the rest of the floor and the main area of the play equipment. But we got the roundabout done and we got the slide done. You know what? Since I said I was going to stop, I'm going to waste a few extra minutes trying to get this dumb ball up there. It's probably pointless. I'm probably not going to be able to do it, but I have to try. I have to... I wonder, would it work better if I was, like, crouching? I wonder. Hold on. Maybe this would work better. Maybe I was looking at it from the wrong angle. Hold on. Nope. Got some movement, but it wasn't quite right. Okay, let me try this. Oh, that was good. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. Okay, oh, it got stuck. Okay, or maybe the rotating nozzle. No, it's close, but it's better than it was. I'm making better progress than I was doing before. But the problem is, like, why are you going under there? Why are you going under there? Oh, I keep hitting control when I mean hit shift. Ugh. I keep hitting control when I mean to hit shift. Would this work better? Oops. Actually, no, that just makes it go in the direction faster. That doesn't do anything. I keep forgetting which one is which. Okay, but it's like I don't understand, why did I run over it that time, and yet that time I kicked it. I don't understand. I do not understand at all. I do not understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, yeah. I can't be bothered. Okay. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it for the night. Let me go ahead and turn back on followers only. Just because. All right, and switch my category back. Oop, caps lock's on. Alrighty. Switch that back. And, yeah. Wasn't a bad stream. It was pretty chill. Kind of boring, though. Trying to do things that I thought were engaging. But I'm just talking to myself again. Let me actually... I'm going to make a copy of the question of the day. And then I'll paste that into my just chatting thing. And then I can have it there for future reference. Alright, get rid of you, come back over here. And then, let me paste this really quick. Where's it gonna paste? I was gonna paste it at the very top. Or no, wait, actually, no, I do need that in the front. I need that in front of my thing. All right, cool. That looks good. All right, so that was pretty chill. It took a bit longer than I thought it would. I thought we were going to be able to get through the whole playground in time, but yeah, I got sidetracked by that stupid ball. I don't, because like I've done that achievement before, but it's like I don't remember how to do it now. But we'll get it eventually. So, and with that being said, like I said before, I think I'm going to go ahead and call the stream for the night. It's been about my normal amount of time. And I'm debating on if I want to go and get something to eat because, you know, I ate breakfast this morning around like 10:30-ish. So it's been a bit more than that 8 hours, but I don't feel particularly hungry. I don't know. I'll see how I feel within like the next hour or two. Oh, excuse me. Oh, goodness. Ugh. But anyhow, yep, gonna go ahead and call it for the night. I will be back again tomorrow. More Mario Bros. Continuing that, and then Add-a-Fi Friday, and Solo Peak on Saturday. And I'm gonna hopefully start getting serious about, you know, posting maybe like a week or two, or planning like a week or two in advance when it comes to like schedules and stuff. So yeah, that does it for me tonight. Thank you to everybody who joined, lurked. Hopefully we'll get some chatters here soon. I'm trying to innovate. I'm trying to grow myself and figure out what works and what you guys like and want to see. But yeah, it's a learning process, and we'll keep growing together. So yeah, to everybody, take care for the rest of your afternoon, evening, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Deuces.